Hi guys, I hope you all are doing good and I believe you all are performing well in exams as well. Today we are going to discuss about the questions given on 26th March 2025. So before going to solve the questions, I just wanted to give a small update regarding 25th exam as well. The people who attempted on 25th March, we already made a video on questions which was given on 25th March 2025. So what is that update is the same questions whatever we discussed on 25th March 2025 video, exactly two questions came on 26th March as well. So what I just wanted to say is don't miss out any videos of this TCS NQT series, and I hope like the people who are watching who already attempted on 26th March, if you feel that the same type of questions repeated on 26th March, which we all from the questions which we already discussed on 25th, so please comment on the comment box whatever the type of questions you received of the similar pattern. So without any delay, let's start the questions. So as I said, TCS questions on 26th March. So I covered the questions on morning and afternoon slot as well. So let's start with the questions. Let's go with the first question. Here the first question is, a person goes from point A to point B at 10 kilometers per hour and returns back at 90 kilometers per hour. Find the average speed. So already we discussed about this particular concept in the last video, what actually the average speed is. When the distance is constant, guys, remember carefully, when the distance is constant, how to find average speed? So when the distance is constant, how can we find average speed? Average speed is equals to 2s1 s2 divided by s1 plus s2. So the same question given on 25th March as well as 26th March. So if you remember this particular question, this particular formula for finding average speed, it's just a matter of 20 to 30 seconds to solve this question, just only substituting values in this particular formula. So let's say 2 into, here the speed is 10, another speed is 90 kilometers per hour, and s1 plus s2 means 10 plus 9, which means 100. So 0 0 will get cancelled here. 2 into 1 into 9, which is equals to 18 kilometers per hour. This is what your average speed. Guys, I repeat again, when they give any two speeds with the distance constant, here they didn't mention anything about distance constant. Just by seeing the condition from point A to B, 10 kilometers per hour, and returns back. Returns back means obviously the distance will be constant. So when distance is constant, average speed can be calculated by using this formula. And I told one more point, when we have three speeds, when the distance is constant, 3 s1 s2 s3 by s1 s2 s2 s3 s3 s1. So this formula we already covered in the previous video. I hope you all are clear with this. The people who are going to write the next upcoming slots of TCS NQT exam, please do remember this is the similar pattern of question frequently they are giving in upcoming slots. So might be you may get question of the same type. If you will get this type of question, hardly 20 to 30 seconds of the time you can answer this particular question. I hope you all are clear about this. Let's go with the next question. Now the next question is from the concept of averages. The average of 10 numbers is 40, but one number is taken as 39 instead of 48. Find the true average. Guys, this is the exact question given on 26th March slot. And now how to solve this type of question? My suggestion is, before going to solve this particular question, we made a small concept of average video in the TCS series. So if you have not watched, please go through that concept and then you just come to this particular video so that it will be easy for you to understand the logic. Let's say the average of 10 numbers is 40. The average of 10 numbers is 40 means, now when we are talking about average, when they're talking about average, now we have total 10 numbers, each person will be having 40. So when average is 40 means, the shortcut what we assumed it as, when average of 10 numbers is 40, now I can say that each number we have 40, 40, 40, 40 and so on. All 10 numbers are 40. Now the question is, but one number is taken as 39 instead of 48. Now, after considering one of the number as 39 instead of 48, our average is 40. But what if we consider instead of 39, what if we consider actual value is 48? What would be the average? What would be the true average they are asking? Now, only thing that you need to do is, what will be the difference between 39 and 48? It is 9. Because of taking 38, my average is 40. What if I would have taken that actual value as 48? Obviously, average will get increased, right? Now, my average actually it is 40 for 10 members. If I would have taken that 9 extra, okay, here the difference is 9. If I would have taken that 9 extra, what would be the new average? So you should not add that 40 plus 9. This 9 will be shared by all 10 members. How many members are there? Total 10 members. So we should share this by all 10 members. So here 40 plus, can I say that 9 by 10 is nothing but 0.9. So my final answer will be 40.9 is the actual average, or we can also say that it is the true average. I hope you all are clear about this question. So this question, like sometimes they may give you while entering a marks, okay, when I'm entering a mark, instead of this particular mark, I have entered a wrong mark. Because of this, average got increased or average got decreased. What will be the true average? What will be the new average? These type of questions will be mostly given in TCS exam. Okay, so this is one of the important category question in averages concept. I hope you all are clear with this particular question. Let's go with the next one. Yeah, now same this question, basically it's a general question. A person monthly income, okay, they have given that a person's monthly income is 14,000 and he spends 5,000 on home needs. Actually his income is 14,000, he spends 5,000 on home needs and 2,000 for food per month. Means for every month he used to spend 2,000 for food. Okay, now and the remaining are savings. Now let's try to calculate. It's a very basic question and we can say that it is one of the easiest question as well. So here total his income is 14,000. His income is 14,000 and out of his income his expenses is 5,000 for house needs, for home needs. Now next 2 more thousand for food. Now if he remove these 7,000 from 14,000, what will be his savings? His savings will be 7,000, right? His savings will be 7,000. We have discussed so many times. Income is equals to expenses plus savings. Now if I remove expenses from the income, whatever the remaining amount, we call this amount as savings. Now out of 14,000, my savings is 7,000 per month. Now what is that actual question? Now here they have given one more condition. He spends his savings also on his birthday month. Okay, he spends his savings also on his birthday month. Calculate his yearly savings. Here small logic you should understand. Now what they have given is this 7,000, this is per month, his savings per month, and they have clearly given that he will spend his savings, whatever the savings, on his birthday month. Obviously for any person, how many times a person can celebrate a birthday in a year? Only one time, right? So obviously one time. So in that particular month, let's say my birthday is on September, so I will spend this 7,000 amount on my September, okay, September month, on my birthday other expenses. So here the question is, what is his yearly savings? Means except his birthday month, he will save every month 7,000. Now how many months he has except his birthday month? 11 months, right? So now can I say that 7,000 into 11? So basically students will do a small mistake during the time of exam. If they might have not considered this particular condition, obviously for yearly savings 7,000 into 12 they will do. Okay, it is not 7,000 into 12, it is just only 7,000 into 11, because they have clearly given that on his birthday month he will spend all his savings. So only 11 months is left out. 7,000 into 11 means 77,000 is his savings per year. So final answer is 77,000. I hope you all are clear about this particular question, right? Yeah. Shall we go for the next one? Okay. Similar, same as it is, same pattern of question given on 25th March. Okay, if you have not watched, just go through that. The same kind of question I explained in that video. So if you observe, values, they just only changed that values. Okay, this question is one of the important category question from time and work. Okay, so when you will get this type of question, already I have given a small shortcut. Just if you remember that particular logic, it's just matter of 10 to 20 seconds of time to solve this particular question. So what is the shortcut? Just M1, okay, D1 is equals to M2 D2. M1 D1 is equals to M2 D2. Okay, actually we have a formula M1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 by W2. I'm not considering that work because here they have given that same work. Same work means W will get cancelled, right? So you can simply remember M1 D1 is equals to M2 D2. Now here M1, how many men are working? 2 men. 2 men can complete the work in how many days? 14 days. Just how many days? D is nothing but 14 days. Whatever the work, we are not so sure about the work. So next, in how many men, sorry, here it will be how many men will complete the same work in 7 days. Now how many men, okay, I'm just assuming it as, we are not so sure about these men. Okay, how many men required to complete the same work in how many days? 7 days. Okay, here the same work, that's the reason W1 and W2 will get cancelled. Now if you remember here, 7 1 times, 7 2 times, it's a very basic calculations, minimal calculations. Now M is equals to 4. I can say that 4 men are required to do the same work in 7 days. Okay, so our final answer is 7 men. Okay, sorry, 4 men. Now only thing you just need to remember is M1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 by W2. The same pattern of questions almost, okay, given on 3 different slots. Okay, just by changing the values, you might get the same category of questions. So please do remember, okay, how to solve this question is by using this particular formula. I hope you all are clear with this. Okay, let's go with the next one. Now again the question from averages. Very important concept, guys. Okay, once go through complete concept of averages and then start solving different pattern of questions, definitely you will get minimum 1 to 2 questions from the concept of averages in TCS NQT exam. Okay, so now the question is, if the average weight of A, B, C is 45 kgs, the average of A and B is 40 kgs, and the average of B and C is 47 kgs, what is the weight of B? Actually, guys, here the same question they have given in the exam with exact values, but only change is, okay, the student who attempted on 26th March, they didn't remember the names of those questions. So that's the reason they have just given A, B, C. But in the exam, actually, they have given some names. Instead of A, B, C, some names they have given. So I have just taken it as A, B, C. So with names they will give in the exam. So how to solve this type of question? Now let me explain you in 2 different ways. Okay, one is shortcut. Don't miss this shortcut. This is very simple way to understand averages. First, as a general, okay, I mean by using a traditional method. Okay, I mean student's perspective, like how a normal regular student can solve the question from averages, and how the student who knows the concept can solve this particular question in an easiest way. Okay, let's try to discuss on 2 different types. Okay, let's go with by using traditional formula. What is this traditional formula? Is everybody knows average is equals to sum of observations by number of observations, right? This is the most commonly used formula by all the students. Average is equals to sum of observations by number of observations. Now the average weight of A, B, C, how many members are there? 3 members are there. Now average weight of A, B, C is 45 kgs. Now can I substitute the values here? Sum of A, B, C is equals to, we are not so sure about the sum of ages, but we are sure about the average. What is that average? 45. Now if I'll take this n to that, so into 3, right? Because A, B, C are 3 men, okay, 3 members. So into 3, 45 into 3. Now I can write sum of A, B, C is equals to 45 3 times. 43 is 120, 5 3 is 15. So 120 plus 15, 135. Now I got to know that sum of A plus B plus C ages are 135 years. Okay, so sorry, here they're taking about weight, so we can say that 135 kgs. Okay, sum of all 3 members are 135 kgs. If it is age, we can take it as years. Okay, terminology is not at all a big deal here, the logic. Now average of A and B. What is average weight of A and B? Only A and B average weight is 40 kgs. Now can I say that sum of, okay, if you consider this is equation 1, now I can say that sum of A and B, only 2 members are there, so count will be 2. Now sum of A and B will be, if you apply the same formula here, sum of A and B will be average into 2, right? Why only 2? Only 2 members are there, A and B. Now what is 40 into 2? Can I take it as 80 kgs? This is equation 2. Now sum of B and C, again 2 more members, but their average is 47. Now again the sum of A, B and C is 47 2 times. 47 2 times is 94, right? 94 kgs. This is equation 3. Now if you add these two, sum of A plus B and sum of B plus C, what will be the sum you will get is, okay, if you add these two equations, 2 plus 3 is equals to equation 2 plus equation 3, 80 plus 94, okay, 80 plus 80, 160, 174 kgs you will get. 174 kgs. I think so it is correct, right? Yeah. Okay, 174 kgs. Now this 174 kgs, if you subtract from this total value, okay, you will get to know the weight of B, right? So now 135 minus 174. 135 minus 174, which is equals to 39. So 39 will be, okay, the final answer. I mean the weight of B. That's it. Now if you observe these particular equations, see how many steps we solve this particular question. It is like quite lengthy, and also it is consuming like lot of time in the exam. So better, instead of going with this equation and instead of going with this particular traditional formula, we have a simple way to calculate this answer. Okay, let's go with the shortcut. Now very simple. What is the count here? Initially 3 members are there. Who are those? A, B, C, right? There are 3 members. Average is, okay, what is their average? 45 kgs. Can I say that if 3 members average is 45 kgs, every person weight is 45, 45, 45. If each of the person is 40, if I am assuming each of the person is 45, 45, 45, obviously the average will be 45. Okay, now the condition is first 2 members. Okay, first 2 members, I mean A comma B. A comma B, first 2 members average is just only 40. What I assumed, everybody A, B, C, A is having a 45, B is having 45, C is having 45. That's what we assumed. But what is the twist here? The first 2 members is having only 40 kgs. First 2 members is having 40 kgs. Means I assumed A is having 45, B is having 45. But they have given that, okay, actually A and B are having 40 kgs and 40 kgs. How much less it is? Minus 5. Right, minus 5. For how many members it is getting reduced? 2 members. So just minus 5 into 2, which is nothing but minus 10. Okay, minus 5 for A, minus 5 for B. We have to reduce for both. Minus 5, minus 5. That's the reason minus 10. Now the question is, one more condition. Again 2 more members, means B and C. Their average is 47 kgs. Their average is 47 kgs. Actually, what is the total average? We assumed it as 45, right? But here, if you observe these people, okay, for these people, 45 we assumed, but they are 2 kgs extra. Okay, 2 kgs extra means plus 2. Plus 2. For how many members? 2 members into 2, which is equals to plus 4. If you try to balance this, that's it. Your answer will be done. Minus 10 plus 4. What is minus 10 plus 4? Minus 6. Means minus 6 you have to reduce from the actual average. So I can simply say that 45 minus 6, which is equals to 39. That's it. That is what you are. Okay, the weight of B they are asking means 39 kgs. I hope you all are clear with this. So either you can solve by using this particular formula method, or either you can solve by using this logical method. Okay, both are correct, but depends on the time we have, we can proceed with the process. Okay, I hope you all are clear about these two solutions. One is the general method and next one is the simple way to understand. Actually, to be honest, if you practice as many questions as possible from this particular pattern, Okay, so you no need to use pen and paper as well. You just need to understand the logic. So actually 3 members average is 45, 2 members is 40, means how much it is getting decreased? 5. So 5 into 2, 10. Here it is getting increased, means plus 4. Minus 10 plus 4 is minus 6. You just remove 6 from 45. Your answer will be 39. That's it. If you practice questions, okay, it all depends on how much you are practicing about the questions. Okay, if you practice more, you will understand more. Okay, so it is very easy to solve the questions in the exam. I mean, you will consume very less time in the exam. Okay, I hope you all are clear about this particular question. Let's go with the next one. Okay, now again the question from time, speed and distance. Okay, again the question from time, speed and distance. Guys, we are discussing so many times, okay, whatever the topics we discussed, okay, minimum guarantee questions like students are experiencing in TCS NQT exam. So the same again, here the question is, if distance between two friends home, let's say there are two homes, I mean two friends homes. What is the distance between two friends homes? 2.8 kilometers. Now, if one starts walking at 38 kilometers per hour and other at 3.8 kilometers per hour and other at 4.6 kilometers per hour in opposite direction, this is very, very important, because whether we have to take relative speed as S1 plus S2 or S1 minus S2 is depends on the direction of the motion, right? The direction that they are moving. Here the direction is opposite direction, means one person is moving towards in this way at a speed of 3.8 kilometers per hour, and another person is moving at this particular place towards opposite to each other, right? Opposite directions. Now with the speed of 4.6 kilometers per hour. Obviously, now the question is, after how many seconds they meet? Definitely, if two persons are moving in this particular direction, definitely they will meet at some particular point. Now the question is, they are asking us to find seconds. Seconds indicates time, means after how many after how much time will they meet? That's what the question. Now we all know that time is equals to distance by speed, right? Time is equals to distance by speed. Now here the only thing that students should be more cautious all about units, because they are asking us to find seconds. But here whatever the units given here is distance is kilometers, speed is kilometers per hour. Let's try to convert whatever the distance we have. Okay, let's say distance we have 2.8 kilometers, convert into meters, because here the lowest values they have given in terms of seconds. So when you want to find time in terms of seconds, you should convert distance in terms of meters. So 2.8 kilometers, 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meters, right? When 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meters, 2.8 kilometers indicates, can I say that it is 2800 meters? Yeah, distance divided by, now the speed. Which speed you will consider? Either the first friend or the second friend. Both friends speed you should consider. Now if you consider both, whether will you add or will you subtract? So obviously when the direction is opposite, do remember guys, when the direction, two objects are moving in opposite direction, what you need to do is you need to add the speeds, S1 plus S2. Or if the objects are moving in same direction, objects are persons, if two persons are moving in same direction, their relative speeds will be S1 minus S2. If you don't know about this particular logic, please make a note. Okay, now let's come to the point. Now speeds, if you observe the speeds also in terms of kilometers per hour. Now if I add, the speed is equals to 3.8 plus 4.6. Can I say that it is 8.4 kilometers per hour? Okay, the speed is 8.4 kilometers per hour, but I cannot substitute that 8.4 in the place of speed, because here we consider distance in terms of meters. When we want to substitute the value of speed, that speed should be converted in terms of meters per seconds. Now here kilometer per hour, how can we convert kilometer per hour into meters per seconds? Just by multiplying into 5 by 18. So I'm just, listen here, 8.4 into 5 by 18. So for our better calculation, what I'm just doing here is, here 8.4, right? Why we should take 8.4 in terms of decimal and making our calculations complex? Very simple. Can I take 84 by 10? Is it same? 8.4 or 84 by 10? Both are same, right? Now let me make the calculation simple. 5 ones 5, 2 times. 2 ones 2, 42 times. Okay, now here we have 6 3 times is 18, 6 7 times is 42. Now finally we have 7 by 3. Okay, let it write 7 by 3 meters per seconds. Okay, now let's try to cancel it here. 7 ones 7, 400 times. Now here 3, it will, if it will go to the numerator, it will be multiplied with 400, right? Now the final answer, time is equals to, if 3 will goes to the numerator, meter will gets cancelled. Now it will be in terms of seconds. Now 3 into 400 will be 1200 seconds. Now the final answer is 1200 seconds. Now here they are asking in terms of seconds. What if they will ask in terms of minutes? So obviously whatever the answers you are getting in terms of seconds, so just by 60, so you will get 20 minutes. 1200 seconds is nothing but 20 minutes, right? So because divided by 60, 0 cancel, 6 to the 12, okay, we have 0. So total 1200 seconds. If they would have asked a question in terms of minutes, answer will be 20 minutes. Both are same. Okay, so the final answer is 1200 seconds. I hope you all are clear with this particular question. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, yes guys, this is the question that I am talking about. So if you have not watched, just go through that of 25th March slot. Exactly, we discussed, this is the first question we discussed in that particular video, and the same question, okay, given on 26th March as well. You know what is the most important point here? The same question asked on 25th March is on foundation round. On 26th March, without even changing the values, the same question given on in advanced round, advanced aptitude round. Okay, this is what the student give that particular information. So the same question given on advanced round, which we discussed in the previous video. Okay, already we solved this particular question. Let me write it fast. Okay, already we have solved this. So the product of two numbers is 980. One number is 5 times than the other. Means if I assume one number is x, next number will be 5 times of x. The product will be 980. So can I say that 5x square is equals to 980? 5 1 times is 5, 48. 5 9 times is 45. 5 6 times is 30. So x square is equals to 196. X value is 14. So already we got to know that x value is 14. Now one value is 14, another value is 14 5 times. What is 14 5 times? 70. The sum of these numbers will be 84. This is what your final answer, as it is same question given on the slot. Okay, if you would have watched that video before going to your exam on 26th March, okay, definitely you would have get one question directly. Okay, I mean without even thinking, you might have answered this particular question. Okay, I hope you all are clear with this question. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, this is one of the important question given from the important concept. Okay, many students are asking, sir, like you all are covering these percentages, profit and loss, average questions as well. Okay, can you please explain any one of the question given on TCS NQT from the concept of mensuration? So we have actually, okay, definitely one question will be given in the TCS exam. Okay, mensuration in the sense like you the questions will be covered from the mensuration based on, okay, I mean spheres, cone, cylinder. See, only thing you just need to remember, like even if you know the formulas, okay, like volume of a sphere, volume of a cylinder, volume of a cone, okay, surface areas, okay, before going for an exam, my sincere suggestion is just go through formulas once. Okay, either it can be volume of a cylinder, surface area of a cylinder, or volume of a cone, surface area of a cone. Okay, we will be having curved surface area, total surface area. Okay, you just go through that formulas. Okay, if possible, like we'll just make a video on that. Okay, so no need to worry about it. So first let's try to solve this particular question. Here the question is, just try to understand the radius of big sphere is 14 centimeters larger than the smaller sphere. Here they're talking about comparison of two spheres. One is bigger sphere and next one is smaller sphere. Okay, and thus the surface area of the largest sphere is 3168 centimeters square more than the smaller one. Find the diameter of the largest sphere. Okay, first thing, before gonna solve, most of the students might have small idea about solid figures like cone. There are three important solid figures that you might get in the exam, 3 to 5. Okay, one thing you should be perfect of, spheres, cylinders, cone, okay, cube, cuboid. These 5, okay, before going for an exam, okay, once have a look at the formulas of volumes and surface areas of these 5 solid figures, definitely mostly will get one question from this particular, okay, 5 diagrams. Okay, so first thing we should have a small idea about spheres. Okay, let me take, okay, this is a sphere. Okay, I mean, for your better understanding, I have taken this 3D diagram. So if I would have taken the circle, you people might feel that it is a circle. Circle is a 2D, right? So sphere, it is a 3D figure. Okay, let me take, yeah. Okay, so one is bigger one is smaller one. Yes. Now, if you observe here, the question is the radius of bigger sphere is 14 centimeters larger than the smaller sphere. Okay. Now let's say, let me take, okay, now let me take here, hope you all know that radius. Okay, I'm considering that radius of smaller sphere is r. If I consider radius of smaller sphere is r, what would be the radius of bigger sphere? So what would be the radius of bigger sphere? Now what it would be the radius of bigger sphere? Bigger sphere radius is 14 centimeters more larger than the smaller sphere. Now can I say that this will be r plus 14, because it should be 14 centimeters more than that. If I consider this, the radius is r centimeters, the radius of this bigger sphere is r plus 14, right? I hope you all are clear up to now. Now the question here is one more condition given. So what is the condition here? What is the condition? Yeah, this is very, very important. Okay, the surface area, surface area, surface area of a sphere. Do remember, guys, surface area of any sphere. Okay, surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. Okay, now if you observe here, 4 pi r square surface area. Now what is the radius? R in the sense radius, right? You all know the value of pi. Value of pi we can consider it as 22 by 7. What is the radius here? R plus 14. Now can I say that, okay, here r plus 14 square. That's it. Now what is surface area of this particular sphere? Okay, anyhow we consider radius is r. Now I can directly write the same formula, 4 pi r square. That's it. Okay, now actually surface area of any sphere is 4 pi r square. Okay, so but why I have taken r plus 14 means here the radius of the bigger sphere is 14 centimeters more than the smaller sphere. That's what the question given. Okay, now let's take the condition. The surface area of the largest sphere is 3168 centimeters more than the smaller one. Whatever the surface area of this particular sphere, okay, is this is more than, okay, this particular sphere. Okay, now can I say that when they have mentioned that more than, which is nothing but the difference of the surface area of these two spheres will be 3168, right? Now can I say that, okay, let me write it here, bigger sphere surface area minus smaller sphere surface area. What is the difference here? The difference is 3168. That's it, right? When it is this surface area of bigger sphere is more than the smaller sphere means the difference is nothing but 3168 centimeters square. Now I'm just writing the formulas here. Instead of that, 4 pi, okay, r plus 14 whole square minus 4 pi r square is equals to 3168. 3168 centimeters square. Now out of this entire equation, I'm just taking 4 pi outside. Okay, 4 pi outside. Now this is in the format of a plus b whole square. I'm writing a square plus b square. 14 square is 196 plus 2ab means 14 into 2, 28. 28 r. Okay, minus here already taken 4 pi outside, I mean common. Now only thing left out is r square. So which is equals to 3168. Now r square will get cancelled. R square will get cancelled. Now 4 pi means 4 into 22 by 7. Obviously, pi value is 22 by 7 into 196 plus 28R is equals to 3168. Let's try to cancel it out. 4 with 4 table. Okay. 4 sevens 28, right? 28, 36, 4 nines 36, 4 2 times is 8. Okay. Next 22. Okay, 22 3 times is 30, 66, 66, and 22 6 times it will cancel. Now the final answer is 196 plus 28R is equals to, here 36 is left out, that 7 will come here. 36 into 7, 30 times is 210, 7 6 times is 42, 210 plus 42, 250. Now 28R is equals to, so this 196 will come to the right hand side. 252 minus 196 will be 56. Okay. Now R is equals to 2 centimeters. Now finally we got to know that R value is 2 centimeters. Now what is the question actually? Diameter. Diameter means complete 2 times of radius, we call it as diameter, right? Now R value, okay, R value we got it as 2 centimeters, means the value of R here, okay, let me write it. Okay, the value of R is equals to 2. Now what about the radius of this particular bigger sphere? So R value is 2, means can I say that it is 2 plus 14, which is equals to 16, means the radius of bigger sphere is 16, but they are not asking us to find radius of the bigger sphere. They are asking us to find diameter of the bigger sphere. Diameter means 2 times of radius, means diameter is equals to 2 into 16, which is equals to 32 centimeters. That's it. Okay, so this is the final answer. So correct answer is 32. The only thing that you should understand is the spheres, the formula of the spheres. That's it. If you know this formula, see, substituting values and solving, that that is secondary. First thing, you should know the formulas, right? So that's the reason. So you should remember the formulas before going to exam. Whatever I said, for 5 solid figures, you just need to remember these formulas. It is easy to solve the questions if you know the formulas. Okay, I hope you all are clear about this particular question. Okay, so this is the final solution. Only the task is here, how well you are doing these calculations. So here I am not using any calculators, so it is taking a bit time. So whenever you will be having a calculator in the exam, obviously what you will do, you should use the calculators to save time. It will be displayed on the screen, right? So this is the final calculation. I hope you all are clear with this question. Let's move on to the next question given on the same slot. Okay, so here again the question is from compound interest. In the last video we discussed about the question from compound interest, but that question is based on compounded half yearly, okay, which was given on 25th March, but on 26th March, which is easy question given from the compound interest. Now what is the question actually? Now here the question is, what would be the compound interest on 5,000 rupees for 2 years, 10% per annum? Guys, remember, I will explain this question in 3 different ways. Okay, so you can follow whichever the method you want. So these 3 are, okay, one is based on, okay, most of the students knows about this formula and majority of the students will go with formula method. But I will tell you 2 more shortcuts that can be solved without using formulas. Listen carefully. Okay, now what actually, when it comes to the point of compound interest, immediately, okay, the formula that would come in our mind is, for finding total amount in compound interest, P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. This is the general formula that, okay, for compound interest. It is not for calculating compound interest. This is for calculating total amount. If you want only compound interest, you should subtract principal amount, right? So very simple. Let's try to calculate total amount. Amount is equals to principal amount is 5,000 we have into 1 plus 10 by 100 whole power n. Now here total amount is equals to 5,000 into 1 plus 1 by 10 is 11 by 10. 11 by 10 whole square is 121 by 100. So 2 zeros will get cancelled. Total amount will be here 0, 5, 0, 5 to 10, 5 1, 6, 60, 50. Now, if you subtract, if you want compound interest, okay, just subtract, okay, principal from total amount. So principal amount is 5,000. So which will be 1050 rupees. This is the final answer. That's it. Okay. So for finding compound interest, this is by using formula, right? Now let me tell you, okay, one simplest way to understand percentage shortcut. Percentage shortcut. Now, how can we solve the same question by using percentage shortcut? Always do remember, we already covered this particular point in the previous videos. Always do remember, 100% will always be considered as principal amount. So, 100% is nothing but 5,000 rupees. Now, when you want to calculate compound interest, just do remember this. This already we use in percentages and profit and loss as well for successive increment and successive decrement. A plus B plus AB by 100. Now we have, so how much is the rate of interest for 2 years? 10% per annum, right? So 10 plus 10 plus 10, 10 into 10, 100, 100 by 100. So here answer is 21%. Now this 21% is how much? That's it. Your answer is done. Okay. If 100% is 5,000, 21% is how much? So if 100% is 5,000, can I say that 1% is 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel. 1% is 50. So when 1% is 50, what is 21%? Just multiply 21 into 50. Okay. So 5 ones is 5. So 5 2 is 10. That's it. 1050 answer. Okay. So without using that formula, just only thing that you should understand how we are writing this. Okay, for compound interest, you should do A plus B plus AB by 100. Why only two variables? Because they have given 2 years. If they would have given 3 years, very simple logic. So first calculate for 2 years. This will be considered as A. Next, one more value will be considered as B. Again, do the same process you will get for 3 years as well. Okay. Now, for this particular percentage, you will get the compound interest. This is by using percentage shortcut. Now, one more, the most efficient shortcut. Okay. What is the shortcut is? Okay, ratios shortcut. The same question that can be done by using ratios. Ratios means based on R value. So here we have 10%. 10% can be considered as 1 by 10. So numerator always considered as compound interest, denominator always considered as principal amount. Now I am taking the ratio for principal to total amount. Principal is 10 parts. Amount means principal plus compound interest, both. By adding both, we should consider amount. So means 11. If it is for 2 years, take squares. If it is for 3 years, take cube. If it is for 4 years, power 4 and keep on going. So 10 square means 100. What is 11 square? 11 square is 121. Now what is the difference here? 21 parts, right? The ratio difference is 21 parts. Because why I am considering the difference is here total amount. From total amount, if you remove principal, whatever the left out is called compound interest. So I am considering it as compound interest. The same logic here again. So principal is total 100 parts. This 100 parts is 5,000. Then 21 parts is how much? So answer is 1050. That's it. Okay, just by considering ratios method. This is by using formula. You can solve by using formula. Majority of the students will follow the same logic. And these two, majority of the students doesn't know that. Okay, so by using percentage shortcut, and if you want, you can use ratio shortcut as well. Okay, so these are the questions exactly given on 26th March TCS NQT. Okay, so just watch these videos. Okay, I mean these questions and practice many more questions of the similar pattern. We are not so sure, okay, if you will get exactly the same pattern of question. As I said, exactly the students who experienced on 25th, okay, the same questions. I mean, at least some questions the students who are writing on 26th March, okay, who already attempted on 26th March, okay, they got at least some question of the similar type. If you will get the similar kind of questions, you will not waste the time by thinking in different things. Okay, already you know the patterns, you know the logics and shortcuts, so you can directly solve the questions. I hope you feel this video informative. Okay, if you feel that, just comment it once after your exam, how many questions that you experienced from the same pattern. Okay, so I mean, that's it guys. These are the few questions that we gathered from the students who already attempted on 26th March 2025. That's it. Thank you everyone. I wish you all the